Hello, everyone, and good morning. Apologies for the slight delay. I'm Christos Masouros. I'm a professor for wireless communications in UCL in London. I'm very happy to be part of this, and huge thanks to Jimmy for organizing and chairing this workshop. Takes a bit of effort, and this is one of the first kind, one of the first of this kind that we've done between two projects, and I'm very pleased that we're managing to pull this off. So I'm just going to talk a bit about the Painless Project, just a bit of an overview to kind of help. The aim is to help each other understand what our projects are about, and maybe use these couple of days to think about collaboration between us. So Painless stands for Energy Autonomous Portable Access Points for infrastructureless networks. So very briefly, some key facts about Painless. So we're we're an innovative training network. We're part of the Marie Curie Actions of the Horizon 2020 framework. We started in 1st of October 2018, and we're going on till September next year. Painless involves 8 core partners. You can see them over here. So 6 universities and 2 industries, and also 4 associated partners. You can see the key people, I would say, over here. I won't go through us one by one. Some of them are in our management teams. You may know some of us, but I'm hopeful we'll get to know each other much better as we go along. The really important people for Painless are our early stage researchers. I'll leave this slide for a minute so you get familiar with everyone. So 15 essentially researchers doing their PhDs in the various partners of Painless. You can find a lot more information about their backgrounds and research on our website. Now, in terms of our approach, so in Painless, we've identified scenarios and necessity essentially for the wireless network coverage to go beyond what the power grid can reach. There's a few scenarios spanning from urban scenarios where you want to have some on-demand connectivity independent of power grid connection, but probably more importantly in remote areas where maybe the power grid cannot reach. Think about extreme remote areas, or areas in developing countries where there's insufficient power grid coverage. Also emergency communications where maybe the power grid has gone down, and a few others. So in these kind of scenarios, we've identified a need for something new. In addition to the more classical by now energy efficient communication, it's been an active area of research for probably the last decade at least in wireless communications. We need a step forward from that, from energy efficient to energy autonomous. So extending towards a network that has a certain degree to a certain capability to operate autonomously outside the power grid for an extended amount of time. And this requires integration, so not just communication network design, but integration with energy aspects. So renewable sources, energy storage, batteries, and so on. So around this kind of vision, Painless has identified a few objectives. So these are basically the objectives of our project. First one is basically to establish a training platform for energy autonomous base stations. And this workshop is an example of this training platform that involves a number of activities. Second is to promote energy autonomy in infrastructureless networks through new metrics, new scenarios, going beyond, let's say, bit per joule to promote metrics that promote energy autonomy, maybe gigabits per charge or something like that. Use these to drive the joint management of energy generation techniques, so harvesting, photovoltaic, solar panels, maybe integration with power grids whenever we have them, energy harvesting, energy storage, so batteries and other storage techniques, and energy consumption for the communication purposes. So future networks that achieve a balance between energy coming in and energy going out towards an energy autonomous network. And we want to use these techniques to enable flexible, off-the-grid, on-demand, portable access points. So access points that you can move around, are independent of the power grid, and provide on-demand connectivity. And we also want to define and demonstrate energy autonomy, so pockets of capability coming out of our theory towards the later stage of our project. So the scope of Painless, I hope it's relatively clear by now. It's between portable access points, energy autonomous access points, off-the-grid access points. There's significant overlaps between these three concepts, but they don't entirely overlap. Sometimes portable doesn't mean necessarily off the grid. Sometimes off the grid doesn't necessarily mean completely energy autonomous. So different scenarios and different system setups determine these capabilities. And you may have recognized by now that this integration means that Painless involves partners not only from classical communications, where most of us probably come from, but also involves partners that do with energy storage, so battery design, and also energy harvesting. So not just radiated energy harvesting, but also solar energy harvesting, solar power. This, in terms of our technical focus, that's captured in our work package 3, essentially, which is broken down into 5 main themes. So one is our energy modeling, balancing, and optimization for these portable access points, essentially. So modeling the energy that we harvest and so on, and the energy that we store, use that to design our balancing techniques and optimize for our communication networks. Enabling energy neutral techniques, so towards these net zero energy wireless network. Self-planning, coordination, and control. So the way we use the above techniques, this integration of energy harvesting and storage to inform the planning of the network, always in mind with this energy balancing concept. Also radiated energy harvesting and optimization. And as I mentioned, align with our objectives, integration of techniques, and some sort of proof of concept, proof of capability. Finally, early on in the project, we've identified a number of scenarios which determine essentially our techniques and solutions. 4 key categories: indoor and outdoor broadband access, with each of them with their own setups, metrics, key performance indicators, and so on. Outdoor massive Internet of Things connectivity, relating to the outdoor scenarios, especially in the rural areas. And indoor URLLC with prime focus on smart industry kind of scenarios. These scenarios are very broad. They impact a lot of parameters of the system design, spanning from the communication channel, different channel outdoors, different channel indoors, the connectivity and the network topology, depending on urban, rural areas, and so on. Energy sources, obviously different energy sources when you have the sun, when you don't. Performance metrics, KPIs, and also a huge dimension is the different UAV technologies to implement these portable base stations, from balloons to heavyweight rotary UAVs to lightweight fixed wing UAVs to UAVs that just drop base stations which stay there and operate energy neutral. So I'd like to highlight that this is a huge area, probably beyond the scope of a single large European project. And I'd like to finish off with a message that we very much look forward to collaboration, expanding our capabilities, and working together with other projects to increase our reach and our impact. And with that, I'd like to end. I'd like to invite anyone who's interested to connect with us. Check our website. Feel free to check. There's lots of content there. Engage with us. You can look us up, Painless ITN, in the various social media. And with that, many thanks again. And I'm looking forward to the next couple of days of this.